Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Nance slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Let's go.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that. Forcing that incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Damn, I can't make a fucking basic throw.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his tight end fan. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw here. He completes this to Walker. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the 1st down.
Absolutely. And you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential for him to run it. But you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Nah, let's
Do you
be
mind if I
real,
say
bro.
yes, and yes? Because
How is
ultimately
it?
to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered
Yeah, he going
just
outside.
how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Amari Barno getting there to... Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Robinson. And some room to
That's
take
all
it
me.
right down Broadway.
And that's all me. Good cut, bro. That's all fucking me. And
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this
Come
quarter,
on,
as you
my
noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a...
oh my God, this nigga, why the fuck did he fall like this?
Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the
Fuck.
Commanders are going to take
Man, this nigga
possession
on
of the
trash.
football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here.
Oh my
during the rookie
God,
season.
give me a
And in this
quarterback,
case,
somebody.
zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
It was wide open inside, bro.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Tackle,
And
bro.
he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nance. And he'll be brought down just
Did he
shy
get
of
yards?
40.
I'll be damned.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they're going to give you up a huge play. And one of their first
What?
tests in containing a
Oh my God, what the
He's
fuck?
finally taken down.
Two
It is a
niggas,
big
dog.
gain there on
Two
what will turn
niggas.
out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Commanders 14, Seahawks 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Nance. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Nance.
Oh my God. Come on, bro.
And this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
They run from the shotgun with Washington. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Oh, hey, give me that interception.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Here we go.
Why are you in the field?
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Got it. Ready?
They throw it out right complete. Touchdown,
Oh my God.
Evan Ingram from 3
Never
yards
fails,
out.
dog.
And the Commanders' decision to
Never
go for it
fucking
pays
fails,
off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
QB still fucking trash, dog.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left.
Why is he doing all that? Oh my God, bro. He had him.
The Seahawks at 1-7 now on the year, and they come in really scuffling. Losers of 7 of their last 8 games.
And I like where the management is taking this team now, because the record, not great, we know that. But now they're looking to the future, using the younger players instead of some of the veterans. They want to see how they produce in the cauldron of an NFL season.
And he
That's bullshit, bro. Straight up.
Back to the 33. So
that's bullshit. And this game became so fake.
Staring at a 3rd and long here.
If you're a selfish
So
player
what the fuck
and
I'm
you're
doing?
throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion.
Ain't no fucking way.
Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Ready?
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. James Washington.
Oh my God,
4
bro.
yards out. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie, because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fielded just outside the goal line.
What the fuck?
Let's go now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's second down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Tate. Touchdown, Seahawks. Auden Tate, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now.
It's caught inside the 25. And they've got this
How
down
is
at
it
the
you
12-yard
play
line.
deep and niggas still get past you,
Well, partner,
bro?
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end. How about the way they
bro?
put field position
Just how?
there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on first down. Nance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
On second down, Washington. Nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Sly able to put this one through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down.
Oh,
now
shit.
what do you want to do with your timeouts?
God damn it.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Take it in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little bit.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half,
Yeah, I had that black over there.
was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through.
Man,
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Alright.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Lockett, you better get open, bro.
Back to throw. But nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're
I
pinning
don't see
their
how
ears back
linemen can
and
play
coming
that
after
goddamn stupid.
sometimes even with
Like,
extra
they didn't
pressure.
search
He
to
knew that.
block
I mean,
nobody.
he knew they were
They
coming.
just
He just
dealt.
fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended
It's
up.
not
And he'll
that
take
damn.
this into the end
That's
zone.
bullshit, bro.
Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
No, you could.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played.
And he's going to be intercepted
Oh
for the
my
3rd
God,
time
not
this fall.
40, bro.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
Oh,
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football.
Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
no, not him.
This is just
What
a
the
little touch
fuck?
pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
See how this goes.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he cannot
No
avoid
blocks.
the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Davion Taylor, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
See how this going to happen. Let's see.
Now back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted
Yep.
for the 4th time today.
So
Picked
fucking
off by
fake, bro.
Caleb Farley. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. He's got a man
What the fuck?
complete.
How,
Touchdown,
bro?
Washington.
Fucking how, dog.
Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
Any other
So
time,
it
they would
goes
pick
as
it
a
up and go,
fumble, but the
bro.
key
But, like,
thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't
Really?
it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
receivers and one fucking DB in the area catches an interception.
Coming to the line
How?
here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks
How?
offense.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll set up a throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll look to throw again. And
Oh my God, what the fuck?
And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Al Woods, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a second.
Why in the fuck would they do that? Why?
Here's a ball.
What the fuck, bruh?
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
These niggas switching for.
Covers 29 yards, 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end.
Man, I'm chasing this thing with the wrong fucking D.
For this third quarter of action. Second and 16. Operating from the gun. Nance. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Joe Williams. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Bitch.
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You're always thinking about picking up the 1st down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but I admire the effort.
The man in motion is Tate. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So signs of
I don't
life in
understand
what's
that,
been
bro.
a dormant
I really
offense
don't.
in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken
Crazy,
down.
bruh.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this.
It's like they just let niggas come free past the line, bruh.
Throw there off the mark.
Ah,
Obviously, he's
damn.
battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game's
can't get off
off
the fucking
balance, and the
line.
defense is
That don't
taking
make any
advantage.
sense, dog.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught by Tate. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw
Lockett
again.
gets off at all.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll try and run it here. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think Patty takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This nigga.
Bring it up here
Ow!
at the 40-yard line.
Damn.
2nd and 9 now. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll take a shot from the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's
Only my quarterback,
the way this one's gone.
Wow.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
There you are.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his tight end fan. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They'll look to throw here.
Oh, he stopped him in his route. The
Took a
fuck?
shot, couldn't connect.
Man, some bullshit.
And they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
This one goes underneath to Walker. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with
Like,
22
can't get
ticks
off
to
the
go
line.
in the
That
4th.
still trips me out, bro.
They're going to look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And unable to connect.
QB can't throw a direct
Give them
pass.
credit, they
This
took
is
their shot,
crazy,
but it's going to bring
bro.
up 4th down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds.
If I would have clicked on him, he would have probably
And
still
this one,
caught the
they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory.
game was
No
some fuck
question who
shit.
the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it
Oh,
up.
you bitch.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like
Jason,
points. A lot of movement on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile,
I could win all the way out, bro. That's crazy. Yep, I could win out.